Is Krishna, is Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda, are they present in the deities? Yes or no?
Yes.
That's only half the answer. It's yes and no. So what's the yes part? The yes part is Premanjana Charita Bhakti Vilochanena. You have the eyes to see because you have some bhakti, so you can see the deity, right? And the no part is if you don't have devotion, you see brass or whatever it is, bell metal, right? Especially, I mean, you don't have so much experience because in India people are familiar with deities. But even so, we can sometimes treat the deity like a piece of marble or metal. It's possible, right? Especially in the West, because people are coming with no connection with what is a deity, what is deity worship. And so they'll come into the temple. You'll find this strange, but they'll come into the temple like for the first time. They'll look at the altar and they actually won't see the deities. They'll see flowers and decorations. They won't actually know there's deities on them because they don't know what deities are. Especially if they see Jagannath. It's like wow, you know. And so they're looking at the deity, but they don't see the deity. What to speak of looking at the deity, at least you see the deity, but you don't really see it as a deity, you just think it's a statue or something, right? So, this is a theological point, and it relates to the holy name. The theological point is Krishna present in the deity? Well, technically speaking, yes. And if you're taking a Bhakti Shastri course, and if you say yes and no, you're going to fail your course. And say, well, Mahatma Prabhu said yes and no, I'm just saying so it means he's failing the course also? So the academic, what your teacher wants you to say is yes, but the real answer is yes and no. It depends. Well, the real answer is it depends. It depends on what? Who's seeing is Krishna in the deity? Well, it depends on who's seeing the deity, right? Doesn't it? Yes? Yeah. So, can Krishna not be in the deity? No. But can you not see Krishna in the deity? Yes. So in that sense, Krishna is not in the deity. Like Prabhupada said when the Muslims came, like, well, they killed Krishna. And Prabhupada said, they didn't kill Krishna. They can't see Krishna. That wasn't Krishna for them, and you can't kill Krishna anyway. So they smashed the deity, and they thought they killed the Hindu god. Well, but did they see Krishna in the deity? Of course not. They didn't kill the deity. So you could be worshiping a deity, and I'm sure this happens in India, and you think the deity is some temporary manifestation of something, right? Brahman or whatever, right? And you're not actually seeing the deity as the deity is. Although that deity is the deity, you may not be seeing it. Okay, so here's the bad news. I'm sure you came for good news, and we're starting with bad news. So please excuse me for giving you the bad news first. The bad news is, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta said, get ready for this, everyone. This is really depressing. Krishna is not present in offensive chanting. Wow. Now, start thinking about how many times you've chanted the holy name and whether Krishna was present or not. And say, but how could he? Prabhupada says he's present in the holy name. How could he not be present? Okay, he's there, but you're not. Right? Ayurveda says you are wherever your mind is. That's where you are right now. If your mind is on your homework, your office, on your stomach because they're fasting today, wherever your mind is, that's where you are. Maybe your mind is in the kitchen right now. It's possible, right? It happens, doesn't it? Okay, let me ask a question. I know the answer is yes, but I have to ask it. Have you ever chanted Hare Krishna and not thought of Krishna? Yes or yes? So you are where your mind is, and you can be chanting the holy name and be somewhere else. So is Krishna in his name? Well, that's what it says. And yeah, Krishna's in his name, it's just you weren't there. You missed him. You know, you walk down the street and the Prime Minister comes down. But let's say I don't know who the Prime Minister is. So I didn't see him, although I saw him. I missed him because I didn't know Modi's the Prime Minister. I don't know what he looks like. So we'll say that statement again. Krishna is absent in offensive chanting. Wow, that's heavy, isn't it? I thought I could just, just chant Hare Krishna, just kind of like, just chant, You ever just chant? You ever, there's chanting and there's just chanting. So, there's real, it's like anything. You can do it right or you can just do it, right? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, That's what I call just chanting. Yes?
Hindi translation 106.5 FM पे चल रहा है.
106.5 FM. You'll get the translation. All the people who speak Hindi don't know why you're laughing. And that's really frustrating, isn't it? Maybe the people who don't know English will get so frustrated that they'll learn English today so they can hear the lecture tonight in English. Who knows? Anything is possible, right? So we have all sometimes just chanted. Now, here's a kind of sensitive issue to ask ourselves. How often do we actually chant compared to how often do we just chant? And by just chant, I mean we're just chanting. Why? Because we have a vow to complete, right? So I've just got to get the vow done, right? So I'm just, it's like you have a job as a dishwasher and you don't like washing dishes. So you like wash them as fast as you can and, you put them to dry and they're all still greasy and, prasadam is stuck on the plate, So that was kind of like, he didn't really wash the dishes properly. He just kind of got over it, just got it done, because he doesn't like to wash dishes. I have a question for you. Have you ever been chanting Japa and your only goal was just to get them done? Like there was nothing else on your mind, but I got to get 16 done. Like, yes or yes? Okay. That's a problem, right? Have some of you ever chanted really fast rounds because you really wanted to get them done fast? Yes or yes? Did you feel relief when you got them done? Yes, 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 or yes, yes, yes. This is a problem, right? Now, if we're just chanting and not really chanting, then according to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, Krishna's not there. And that's a problem because I just spent 2 hours thinking I was chanting Hare Krishna to find out only today the depressing news that Krishna wasn't even there for those 2 hours. And definitely, I wasn't there. I was all over the universe, but everywhere on the holy name. Have you ever chanted and not heard one round, one mantra? Has that ever happened? And when you finish your rounds, you realize, oh my God, I chanted 16 rounds and I didn't even hear one mantra. Did that ever happen to you? Raise your hand if that never happened to you. Because if you raise your hand, you're definitely an incarnation. But for all of us ordinary mortals, that happens, right? Now, here's the problem. Why, when someone taught us to chant, didn't they tell us that this is going to happen? Nobody told us, right? They just said, chant. Here's the bead, you chant, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Like go to the next bead, and when you get to this end of the beat, turn around. That's basically all we heard. And they'll say, pronounce it and hear it, right? And if your mind wanders, just try to listen, yeah. If you're lucky enough to even know that your mind's wandering, that's a skill in itself, right? So when your mind wanders, bring it back. Yeah, and after I finished 16 rounds, I finally realized my mind was wandering for the last 2 hours. So now what do I do? Like, so I just wasted 2 hours, you know? Isn't it? So we don't want to waste 2 hours. This is the bad news, that everybody before you came today thought, if I just chant 16 rounds, I'm going back to Godhead. Right? Because Prabhupada said that, right? So all I have to do is somehow or other. And I get to go back to Godhead, right? And I could do that. If I do it fast, I could do it in 1 hour and 20 minutes, you know. Only 1 hour and 20 minutes of suffering is better than chanting slowly 2 hours, you know, suffering for 2 hours, right? Yeah? Yeah. Okay. You know, comedy means to reveal what people think, the stupid things people think. So we're laughing because we know it's true, right? Hare Krishna. So...